Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into the incredibly vibrant world of textile arts. We're looking at an event that is quite literally redefining the way we think about the things we create with our own two hands, the upcoming Crazy Knit Crochet 2026 Festival. If you've ever picked up a pair of knitting needles or a crochet hook, you already know this isn't just about making a sweater, right? It's about an artisanal fiber revolution. We're going to explore how this amazing gathering in Belgium is pushing back against mass production and really bringing the soul back to our stitches. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off by looking at craft versus industry before heading over to Namur for 2026. Then we'll meet the masters of the fiber, explore sewing and customization, and finally wrap things up with the Crafter's Manifesto. All right, let's jump right into part one, craft versus industry, and what I like to call the textile awakening. You know, there's just this stark contrast between these two worlds. On one side, you've got industrial yarn. It comes out of these massive, uniform vats with flat colors and totally anonymous origins. It kind of turns the whole act of creation into this cold, mechanical experience. But on the flip side, artisanal textiles. Choosing a hand-dyed skein is a warm, totally sensory odyssey. It's about actually experiencing the vibration of colors that shift depending on how the light hits them. It's about breathing in that natural, earthy smell of the fleece. It's an ethical, transparent choice driven by short supply chains. You aren't just making a garment, you're feeling the authentic softness of the animal's fleece right beneath your fingers. Which brings us to this. Every stitch deserves a story. This powerful little phrase? It's the beating heart of the whole artisanal movement, and it's the core belief driving the Crazy Knit Crochet Festival. It takes that simple, repetitive act of knitting or crocheting, something that could just be a mundane task, and transforms it into a deeply conscious, emotional experience. You're quite literally giving a soul to your work. Moving right along to section 2, let's talk about heading to Namur 2026, the ultimate crafter's destination. The growth of this community has been, well, explosive. Back in 2024, the spark was lit with this really intimate first edition, just 800 visitors and 20 pioneering exhibitors. But then, just 1 year later in 2025, they moved to the historic, brick-walled Arsenal de Nam, and attendance practically doubled. And now, looking ahead to October 17th and 18th of 2026, it is set to be this massive, highly anticipated reunion for a community that has finally found its beating heart. Just think about that number, 1,500. With a remarkable 1,500 passionate visitors showing up in 2025, it is incredibly clear that crafters are just so eager to break out of their creative isolation. I mean, they're showing up to share a coffee, pull out their WIPs, their works in progress, and find inspiration by connecting with real people who actually understand the magic of the loop and the stitch. So who exactly are these people? That brings us to section 3, Masters of the Fiber, and the faces behind the skeins. Let's meet some of these incredible experts making it all happen. First up, we have Sophie from Les Alpagastes de la Belle Promenade, just over the border in France. Get this. She knows her 40 alpacas by name. Her absolute superpower is this 100% fleece-to-skein traceability. She offers a BB alpaca fiber that is ridiculously soft, warm, and naturally hypoallergenic. Then we've got Emilie from Sofia Welna. She actually honors her Polish great-grandmother Sofia, who was a linen spinner, by curating these premium European fibers and top-tier tools. Oh, and finally, Marie Anne of Pause Crochet. She's a true masterclass expert with this rare gift for teaching advanced techniques like mosaic and Tunisian crochet, all while fiercely advocating for eco-friendly materials. And we absolutely can't forget the independent dyers who capture that essential vibration of colors we talked about earlier. Painted Sleep brings us Epic Mushroom, which is this amazing self-striping sock yarn, or Zelfstrippen Sockengaren, that creates these gorgeous rhythmic motifs effortlessly. No technical wizardry required on your part. Then, E-Line at Lines introduces new shades like Amaya and Rose Chocolate to their Lucioles range, offering the stunning light-capturing iridescence that literally shifts and moves with the light, which, by the way, makes stitch reading optimal. And finally, Madeleine and Philobar are expanding with single swat and their big sock 85 base, achieving these really vivid nuances through meticulous color layering, totally bypassing those flat industrial dye vats. Speaking of big sock 85, 85% merino to 15% nylon. That exact ratio right there, that is the secret behind Madeleine and Philibert's incredibly resilient yarn base. The high twist combined with this specific blend creates a yarn with just exceptional shape memory and bounce. It's proof that choosing artisanal doesn't mean you have to sacrifice durability. I mean, nobody wants their hand-knit socks thinning out prematurely at the heels, right? Because artisanal dyeing creates this fascinating visual conversation. Take a look at this new sock kit from Madeleine A. Philibert. It combines the organic neutrality of a shade called Isles d'Aran with the electric spark of chartreuse, all grounded by the deep saturation of Liverpool. It is an absolute masterclass in textile styling, the kind of chromatic dialogue you are just never going to find in a big box craft store. Okay, moving into section 4, sewing, fabrics, and customization, because it's all about expanding our horizons. And the exhibitor Sidou Jolie brings an incredible array of tools to help personalize your work. We're talking official Disney patches with Mickey, Minnie, and Winnie the Pooh, created with exceptional satin stitch, or point de bourdon, that catches the light beautifully. Imagine ironing a Winnie the Pooh patch onto a little baby cardigan made from Sophie's hypoallergenic alpaca. I mean, that is the ultimate personalized gift. They also offer Mimoy sewing patterns for architectural elegance, Juliana Martijev's patchwork quilting patterns for a little meditative assembly, and absolutely stunning, dense Japanese fabrics featuring motifs like waves, cats, and camellias. And here's a pro tip from our crochet expert Marie Anne. Doubling or lining your project bags with those dense Japanese fabrics is critical. A high-quality lined project bag guarantees structural integrity. Basically, it stops the bag from stretching or sagging under the weight of your heavy yarn skeins while perfectly protecting your premium memory-free chagu cables and your warm wooden Knit Pro needles. Which brings us to our final section. Section 5, the Triconaute's Manifesto, a conscious creator. Pulling this all together, here are 3 actionable steps to really embrace being a conscious creator. Step 1, prioritize short supply chains. Support local breeders like Sophie, where you can trace the fiber literally from the fleece to the skein. Step 2, trust specialized boutiques. Rely on passionate experts like Amelia, who rigorously select durable European fibers and the absolute best tools on the market. And step 3, join the community. Break out of your creative isolation. Get out there, come to the Arsenal de Namur, touch these exceptional fibers under the glass roof, and share your passion with people who get it. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final thought. Are you ready to break out of creative isolation, touch these exceptional fibers, and give your next stitch a story to tell? How are you going to bring your next masterpiece to life at the Arsenal de Namur in 2026? Think about it. And hey, we hope to see you there.